All right, welcome back to Little Astrophysicist. In this episode, we're going to be moving on from one-step equations to two-step equations. So let's start with a little review. So we're working on learning how to properly rearrange and solve equations, which is great for math and in science as well. So for example, a one-step equation would be 9x equals 90. And you have to solve or isolate for the variable. It's easy to just look at it and say 10, but we're learning it step by step so that when we get to really difficult equations, we can do it if we can't immediately see it. So in this case, x is being multiplied by 9. So we're going to do the opposite operation. So the opposite of multiplication is?
Divide.
Divide. So we divide both sides by 9. 9 over 9 is just 1. So we're left with x. And 90 divided by 9 is 10. Another example of a one-step equation is x plus 5 equals 8, for example.
That's like 3.
Yeah, it's easy to see it's 3. But what would be the opposite operation of addition?
Negative.
Negative.
Subtractive.
So if we subtract 5 from both sides, well, 5 minus 5 is 0, so they go away, and we're left with x equals 8 minus 5, which is?
3.
3. Okay. It's also important from our last video to make sure we show our work and do step-by-step vertically, writing something equals something equals something equals. Not going all over the page with your own thought process, right? Okay. So now, two-step problems. So two-step problems, here, for example, we have y. We have to solve for y, or isolate for y, and it's being multiplied by 3 and added 4. When we're rearranging equations, we are going to go in the opposite order of BEDMAS. So instead of dealing with the multiplication first, we're going to deal with that addition first. So the first step would be to do the opposite operation of addition, which is? Minus subtraction. So we're going to have 3y. Essentially, we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. So that's going to equal, the 4's go, 10 minus 4. So then we can simplify. So 10 minus 4 is 6. So that was our first step. We subtracted 4 from both sides. Our second step, now that we're left with multiplication, what's the opposite of multiplication?
Division.
Division. Sorry for boring you there.
Oh, chillax.
You can do the next one. Division. So divide both sides by 3, and we are left with y equals what?
3.
No, try again.
2.
There you go. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Now that you are bored, let's try to remedy that.
I don't like negatives.
Here's the pen.
Gotta do this one.
Here's the pen. Okay. What are you going to deal with first? The negative 6 or the plus 3? Negative 6 is being multiplied by y, and plus, 3 is being added to y.
I think I'm gonna deal with 3.
Okay. So write it out. Where'd the y go?
Oh, whoops. Hold on. How do I... Let me just add
Just
it
stick
right
it
there.
in there.
Wait, they're both negatives, right?
Yep, so negative 15 subtract 3.
Negative 18?
Yes. Okay, now y is being multiplied by negative 6. So what do you want to do to both sides?
Divide.
Yep. Divide by what?
Negative 6.
Yes. So now you get y equals?
That becomes positive?
Yep. Negative divided by negative is positive.
Man, why do I get the only one with negatives?
That's what teachers like to do. We like to do the easy ones and then give you the hard ones.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Come on.
So that becomes a positive.
Yep. So you can ignore the negatives. What's 18 divided by 6?
Okay, I don't know that.
Come on, think it through.
Do we have a
count up by 6? Count by 6. 6. What's next?
12.
12. What's next?
18.
There you go.
So 3.
There you go.
Bruh, I don't like that.
Get used to that.
I don't like negatives.
Well, get used to negatives.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, too bad. All right, moving on. Okay, so this question, we're going to do this together, and then I'm going to teach you how to do a formal check. It's a great way to make sure you're right. So in this case, okay, we are dividing by 5 and adding a -2. Okay. Now we can subtract a -2 but from both sides, right? So subtract a -2, but that's just adding, right? And that makes sense because if you do -2 plus 2, it goes away. So we're going to do plus 2. Another way to think of it is if you're adding or subtracting a term, you can just take that term, move it to the other side, and switch the sign. So you're just left with this term, a over 5, equals the -2 term. We move to the other side and make it positive. And then what's the opposite of a division?
Multiplication.
Yeah, so multiply both sides by 5. And these cancel, gives you 1. So a equals 2 times 5 is?
10.
10. All right, so are we correct? Did that work? This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a left side, right side check.
What?
That's what this is called.
Can't you just use a calculator?
No. Well, there are ways to rearrange equations with a
I
calculator.
bet you use a calculator.
Okay, you know what?
Yeah,
No,
you do.
All right, so let's look at our original equation. It was -2 plus a over 5 equals 0. So right side of that equation is just 0. Question is, does the left side equal 0 when a equals 10? So we do left side equals -2 plus a is 10 over 5. 10 divided by 5 is? Count by 5s.
What? 10 divided by 5? 2.
2. So plus 2. -2 plus 2 is?
I don't,
Yes, you do. Don't say I don't know.
0.
All right, so check. All right, left side equals right side.
Yo, we don't need
0
that whole table to figure that out.
equals 0. Yeah, well, your math teachers are going to expect you to do that whole table.
Oh my god, I don't like math
prove.
teachers anymore. Get out of here.
I'm a math teacher.
Yeah, and you got like 5 calculators sitting right there.
Okay, they all have their purpose. Okay, okay, you know what? Your turn.
I am gonna do better
Solve
than a math
each
teacher.
equation. Go ahead, do it. Solve for v. What are you gonna do first?
Hey, why did the equal sign switch?
Doesn't really matter. Okay.
Okay.
Did you make fun?
Respectfully.
Good. Good. Positive and a negative give you?
I don't. Positive?
No. Try again.
What? Negative.
Yes.
So that...
Positive 25 divided by negative 5. A positive, either multiplied or divided by negative, gives you a negative. 2 positives gives you a positive. 2 negatives gives you a positive. But if you have only 1 negative, it's negative.
What? Okay, wait, trust. So 5 divided by 25.
No, 25 divided by 5.
What?
Make sure you say it right.
Wait, what?
You have to say it right. 5 divided by 25 is 1 over 5. That's a fraction. That's wanting you to find 25 divided by negative 5. Math is a language.
Negative 5, basically.
There you go. Equals V. There you go. Do number 2.
So, plus 2.
Yeah. So close.
Oh my god! Ugh.
Let's get that eraser in there. And try again. It was not negative 1 minus 2. It's negative 1 plus 2. Nope.
What?
Do your number line. Negative 1, 0, 1, 2. If you're here and you add 2, what do you get? We need to practice our integers. You shouldn't need a calculator for this.
Why do you have a calculator then?
Not for this.
Then for what?
For trig functions and log functions. That's what my calculator's for. You'll get there. Next step.
Hold on.
So you're dividing both sides by 9?
I don't know anymore. Oh, wait, I got it. Hold on. Why isn't there like an undo button on this? There is.
Whenever you make a mistake, stop for a second, take a breath, and go back and think logically. Or it's going to compound on itself and you'll be making mistake after mistake after mistake. And you won't take the time to think about it.
Well, I didn't make a mistake.
Well, there you go. So n equals what?
10.
1 times 9 is 10, is it?
Oh, whoops. Hold on.
What happened to that? I didn't make a mistake.
I did it.
There we go. Good job. All right, last question. But this time, after you solve it, I want you to do a formal left side, right side check.
I'm not doing that.
Yes, you are.
That was easy.
Okay, let's see if it's right. Let's do a left side, right side check.
Oh, whoops.
I am much better at straight lines.
No?
If you hold the button, it'll do a straight line.
Which button?
The first one. Press, hold. Oh, wow.
What? No.
Hold, press.
Oh, so you're just
Release.
cheating. You're not better at straight lines.
Well, I think those are clearly better. Everyone can let me know in the comments whose lines were straighter.
Mine? Like what?
I think they're mine.
What?
You can't even draw an S. Aren't you an artist? Like, what's going on here?
Artist makes a mistake. Not in math, though. Look at that.
Well, let's see. Okay, what's your left side? Okay, and your right side? Okay, substitute 6 for n. So that means instead of n, write a 6. Oh, you would have been done on the next line, but okay, write it on top of it.
What am I doing?
6 divided by 2.
6 to 3 plus 5.
Which is? Oh my goodness.
Oh, 8. I was
Great. Now, as a math teacher, I want to see those equal signs, equal signs. And then when you've done it, you got to go left side equals right side. And if you want to, check. All right, I'm going to give you some homework to practice. It'll be in the description if anyone wants to download it for free themselves.
I'll do it for $5.
No, you're doing it for free.